Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. In a move that has instantly sent shockwaves through the NFL and left fans across the country scrambling to process the news, Washington has reportedly locked in one of the most astonishing contracts in league history, securing wide receiver Terry McLaurin with a jaw-dropping deal worth $750 million that extends through the 2030 season. The implications of this move are massive, not only for Washington's offense but for the league as a whole, signaling a shift in the way franchises are willing to invest in elite talent for the long term. McLaurin, who has consistently been a dynamic playmaker and a centerpiece of Washington's aerial attack, now finds himself in a position of unprecedented security, a guaranteed place at the heart of the team's strategy for nearly a decade. The numbers alone are staggering, but what makes this deal truly fascinating is how it reflects Washington's confidence in McLaurin's abilities, his durability, and his impact both on and off the field. Analysts are already scrambling to compare this to past mega contracts in the league, and while the financial commitment is enormous, the story behind it, the talent, the loyalty, and the vision for the franchise is even more compelling than the dollars involved. Fans are buzzing, social media is exploding, and the rumor mills are working overtime as insiders hint at additional incentives tied to performance milestones that could make the deal even more historic. There's also a growing conversation about how this contract will affect the team's cap space, the potential moves in free agency, and whether Washington can maintain balance across the roster while holding on to their superstar. It's clear that Terry McLaurin's role has now transcended that of a mere player. He is a franchise cornerstone, a marketing phenomenon, and a player whose presence alone can alter the perception of Washington's ambitions in the league. The timing of this deal is also key, as the team looks to rebuild, reload, and compete in a landscape that is increasingly defined by mega contracts and superstar-driven narratives. Ultimately, this announcement has created a storm of speculation and debate, with pundits, fans, and rival franchises alike weighing in on what this means for the future of Washington and for McLaurin's place in NFL history. Every angle seems to be dissected, from the financial ramifications to the psychological boost for the locker room, creating a narrative that is rich with intrigue and anticipation for what is sure to be a fascinating decade ahead. The strategic implications of Washington's commitment to Terry McLaurin cannot be overstated, as it fundamentally reshapes how opponents will approach the team on both sides of the ball. Defenses will now have to account for the fact that McLaurin is not only a reliable target, but also a player whose presence changes coverage schemes and forces matchups that can dictate the outcome of games. Coaches across the league are undoubtedly reevaluating their plans, understanding that McLaurin's combination of speed, route running, and hands makes him a constant threat capable of turning a tight contest into a blowout at any moment. Beyond the on-field impact, the contract sends a powerful message about Washington's broader philosophy and ambitions. By committing to a single player so heavily, the team is signaling to fans, the media, and rival franchises that they are serious about competing at the highest level and are willing to stake their long-term success on proven talent. McLaurin's loyalty and consistency only enhance the narrative, as it underscores a relationship built on mutual trust and shared vision. Speculation has already started circulating that this deal could redefine what is considered a franchise-altering contract in the NFL, potentially influencing negotiations and expectations for other top-tier receivers. The psychological effect on teammates cannot be ignored either, as the message is clear: elite performance is valued, rewarded, and secured, creating an environment where ambition and effort are tangibly recognized. Social media has been ablaze with reactions, ranging from excitement to incredulity, as fans debate the wisdom and sustainability of such a massive investment in a single player. Rumors about additional perks, such as community involvement bonuses and marketing appearances, have only added to the mystique, fueling speculation about how McLaurin's influence might extend far beyond the football field. Financial analysts are poring over the details, trying to decipher how this impacts Washington's salary cap in future seasons, while sports commentators are already framing this deal as a pivotal moment in the ongoing evolution of player contracts in the league. Meanwhile, The broader fan base is left imagining what it would be like to witness a decade of consistency from a player who has become synonymous with the team's identity. The ripple effects of this decision will be felt for years, shaping not only game planning, but also the culture and expectations surrounding Washington as a franchise. From a historical perspective, Washington's decision to invest so heavily in Terry McLaurin places the team among a select group of franchises willing to gamble on long-term dominance through superstar talent. Comparisons are inevitable, with pundits drawing parallels to some of the most iconic deals in NFL history. Yet this one stands out because of its sheer scale and duration, which combine to create a narrative of ambition, loyalty, and vision rarely seen in professional sports. McLaurin himself has become the focal point of this story, transitioning from a highly respected, hard-working wide receiver to a symbol of what a franchise can achieve when it aligns talent, commitment, and strategy. The market reaction has been swift, with merchandise sales reportedly spiking and social media engagement reaching unprecedented levels, as fans scramble to celebrate, critique, and speculate on what this means for both the team and the player. Analysts are dissecting the nuances of the contract, from guaranteed money to performance clauses, and the discussions extend into boardrooms, locker rooms, and living rooms, capturing attention across multiple layers of the football world. Even rival teams are paying close attention, as the size of the deal raises questions about competitive balance, market expectations, and the long-term feasibility of locking in a player at such a monumental cost. This story is more than a financial headline. It is a cultural phenomenon that touches on identity, loyalty, and the evolving economics of professional football. Washington has not merely signed a player. They have made a statement, one that resonates on social, financial, and sporting levels, making the team a focal point for discussion in sports media for months to come. Every nuance of this deal, from the timing to the magnitude, contributes to a rich tapestry of speculation and anticipation, keeping fans, insiders, and analysts alike locked in a whirlwind of debate and rumor. The broader implications for the NFL's landscape, from player valuation to team-building philosophy, are profound, prompting a re-evaluation of how elite talent is rewarded and retained in a league that increasingly thrives on marquee signings. The attention this move has garnered is also fueling narratives about leadership, franchise identity, and the power of a single player to shape not only the present, but the trajectory of a team for years to come. The speculation surrounding McLaurin's impact on Washington's upcoming seasons is already intense, with fans and pundits alike projecting how this contract could influence game strategies, roster construction, and the team's approach to free agency. The magnitude of the deal has created a ripple effect that extends far beyond McLaurin himself, affecting coaches' planning, opponents' defensive schemes, and the morale of both veterans and younger players on the roster. The psychological weight of securing a player of McLaurin's caliber for nearly a decade cannot be underestimated, as it establishes a foundation of stability and expectation that can influence every decision the franchise makes moving forward. Rumors suggest that Washington may now pursue additional pieces to complement McLaurin's presence, potentially exploring trades, free agent signings, or draft strategies that align with a long-term vision centered around their star receiver. Fans are dissecting every angle, from potential touchdown milestones to the likelihood of Pro Bowl appearances, creating a social media narrative that is part speculation, part celebration, and part incredulity at the sheer size of the financial commitment. Analysts are weighing the pros and cons, debating whether locking in such a significant portion of cap space to one player is a prudent strategy or a risky gamble in a league known for injuries, turnover, and unpredictable performance. The deal has also sparked conversation about McLaurin's personal brand and marketability, with expectations that he will become not just the face of the franchise, but also a central figure in marketing campaigns, charitable initiatives, and public engagements. This dual role as athlete and ambassador adds another layer to the discussion, blurring the line between performance on the field and influence off of it, while reinforcing Washington's intention to make McLaurin synonymous with the team's identity for years to come. The rumor mill has also suggested that other star receivers may now leverage this precedent in contract negotiations, potentially reshaping the NFL's financial landscape in ways that extend far beyond Washington. The intrigue surrounding the long-term implications for both the team and McLaurin has created a narrative rich with drama, speculation, and excitement, ensuring that every game, decision, and milestone will now carry additional significance for fans and commentators alike. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. The fan reaction to Washington's massive commitment to McLaurin has been a whirlwind of emotions, ranging from euphoria and pride to skepticism and concern, reflecting the high-stakes nature of the decision and the weight of expectation that comes with it. Social media platforms have erupted with debates, memes, and celebratory posts, as supporters laud the franchise for recognizing and rewarding one of the most talented and consistent receivers in the league. Skeptics, meanwhile, are quick to point out the financial risk and potential limitations on roster flexibility, raising questions about how Washington will maintain competitiveness in other positions while dedicating such a significant portion of its budget to a single player. Sports media outlets are dissecting every clause, every number, and every historical comparison, adding layers of analysis that keep the story alive day after day. Rumors continue to swirl regarding how this deal might influence the behavior of other teams, with speculation that rivals may feel pressure to pursue comparable contracts for their own star receivers or take a more conservative approach in light of the unprecedented scale of McLaurin's agreement. Within Washington, the locker room dynamic is reportedly buzzing with energy and optimism, as teammates recognize the significance of this commitment and what it represents in terms of stability and ambition. Discussions have also emerged around McLaurin's leadership role, with speculation that he may take on even more responsibility as a mentor, spokesperson, and figurehead for the franchise, reinforcing the perception that this deal transcends the traditional player-team relationship. Analysts are predicting that this commitment could also have ripple effects on fan engagement, ticket sales, and media attention, creating a multifaceted impact that extends well beyond the gridiron. The rumors surrounding additional perks tied to community involvement, charitable contributions, and brand appearances adds another dimension to the narrative, painting a picture of McLaurin as both a football superstar and a cultural ambassador. As the story continues to develop, the combination of financial magnitude, strategic significance, and cultural influence ensures that McLaurin's mega contract will be discussed, dissected, and debated for years to come, solidifying his place not just as a player, but as a symbol of a franchise's ambition and vision. Washington's unprecedented $750 million commitment to Terry McLaurin is more than just a headline. It is a turning point, a statement of intent that reverberates across the NFL and challenges conventional notions of player valuation and team-building strategy. The story of this deal is layered, encompassing talent recognition, financial risk, strategic foresight, and the cultivation of a player franchise identity that few other contracts have managed to capture. Every aspect of this narrative invites discussion, from the negotiation process and McLaurin's consistent performance, to the team's future roster plans, cap management, and the broader implications for the league's financial landscape. Rumors are already circulating that this deal may set a precedent, influencing upcoming contract talks for other star receivers and potentially reshaping expectations around what constitutes fair market value for elite talent. Fans, analysts, and insiders are poring over every detail, from guaranteed money to incentive structures, while simultaneously imagining how this contract will impact games, strategy, and McLaurin's legacy. The long-term commitment reflects a philosophy that prioritizes stability, loyalty, and high performance, sending a powerful message to both the team and the league about Washington's aspirations. Social media continues to explode with discussion, speculation, and fan reactions, reinforcing the sense that this contract is not just about numbers, but about culture, identity, and storytelling. Within the team, there are whispers about how this decision may inspire younger players, strengthen locker room cohesion, and establish McLaurin as a pivotal figure whose influence extends far beyond the field. As the rumor mills churn and anticipation builds for the coming seasons, one thing is clear. Washington has taken a bold step, one that will echo through NFL history, shaping conversations about talent, loyalty, and ambition for years to come, and ensuring that every game, milestone, and performance carries the weight of expectation that only a deal of this magnitude can create. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.